Hi, I'm Christian with the Dapper Space Bunnies, and here is our update 6. So, um, what I've basically been working on, I'm working on a few different things. The first thing is, first of all, I've made a save system. So, there are two ways that the game saves. The first way is if you load a new scene, and the second way is if you touch one of these little blue squares, which is going to be the save points. These are also going to be a place where you can like go to the shop. We'll implement that later, but yeah, so it saves. So let me show you some examples. So if I like stand here and I save, as you can see at the bottom left, it says that I saved. And then if I go here and I press load, it's going to load back up the scene. Yep. I'll just go over here, do the exact same thing. Loads all of that. It loads all the information. It loads your XP amount. It loads your health and drive. So if I take some damage real quick, and then I save, it loads that. If I take some damage and then load again, or I'm going to give myself some XP, I'm going to take some damage, let me load. As you can see, it loaded, because I didn't save last time, it loaded all this stuff. It also loads like enemy information about like what enemies are dead. That's going to be kind of difficult to show, but I will try. So let me fight this guy. Huh. Okay. Dude, these guys. I leveled up a bunch, that's why they're hitting so hard. I might die here. Do I have items? Do I have items? Okay, I'm just gonna restart so I can show you. Okay, let me run over here. That's fine. That hurt real bad. Hello, crab. Let's try this again. Okay. Should be able to beat him this time. He's not gonna hit that as hard. Bam. And bam. Okay. Continue. It also saves your items. So I have that one item that I just got off of that fight. So let me get back. I'm going to change the level, by the way. As you guys said in class, the blockiness isn't really that great. I agree. I didn't really like the way that I did it. So I just wanted like a good representation of what we wanted. There's still like this block here. I don't know why. But yeah, so if I save right now, and then load, as you can see, I still have the item. I still have the item, and this enemy should not be here. Please don't die. Okay. Yeah, you see the enemy's okay. He is there. I don't know why he's there. He shouldn't be there. Which I guess I need to fix that. But anyway, so I'll just show you the rest of the level now. I'm just gonna heal up. I'm just gonna rush through because I don't see a reason to show up the battle system anymore. Tony will go over a lot of that stuff later. I made all of the rest of this. You can pick up that key and then you come back. Oh, don't die. Don't. I'm stuck. Okay. Please let me escape. Please let me escape. Okay. Well, I can load a save from there. I also need to like save item. I need to save like level stuff. I'm going to be working on that for the next update, or for the final project, or for the final turn in for it. Let me find the key. I'm just gonna give it to myself. Come on. Just give it to myself, and then I'll keep playing. Because I don't feel like running through all that. Okay, so now, as you can see, it fills up my drive meter. And I go into maximum overdrive. I can kick down this wall if it'll let me. There we go. These little yellow things, they fill up your meter. Let's make it full screen. These little yellow things fill up your meter. Let's jump over these. So basically, the first half of this level is just supposed to be like an intro to like most of the main mechanics of the game, and then the second half is just showing off maximum overdrive and how powerful it makes you. So you can literally just obliterate everything. Like you can just come on, crab. Ooh, dead. Let me. There's still a few bugs of that kind of stuff. Then you get to the end. There's gonna be like an end level trigger here, where like there's gonna be a door. You go out the door, then you go outside, and it goes to level 2. But I haven't put it in yet because level 2 hasn't been made yet, so I didn't feel like it was necessary. Something else that we're planning on doing is we're trying to make it so that the levels interconnect with each other, so you can go back to previous levels. The reason why we want to do that, we want to go for like a Metroidvania feel, where you can go back to previous areas and like explore different places with the new abilities you've gotten. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for everything I've done. Tony's gonna go over all the stuff he's done for the turn-based stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Tony, and what I've been working on for the last couple weeks is finishing up most of our battle system. So, aside from some aesthetic additions we still need to make, like adding animations to a lot of actions, we are essentially done with our battle scene now. We have 8 different enemy types, each now has their own unique set of actions and abilities and drops. Every enemy has its own rare and common encounters. This, for example, is a rare encounter, because you'll see that we encountered a crab witch, but also ran into a holy crab. You can win, lose, run away, all that good stuff, so let's just get into it. You'll see right off the bat that I have changed up the order of enemies. The enemy A is listed on the left, and enemy B is on the right now. Enemy A is more closer to the camera, so that way it is much clearer that that's the one you ran into. And this is based off of some feedback we got in class the other day. Another bit of feedback that we got that inspired a change is that now if you mouse over your character or one of the enemies, you will get a little bit of information. Namely, you'll get their levels, so you can get a rough estimate of how strong the enemy is. Or if you use a buff item, like for example the Broken Claw, then you saw that we have a forecast now that tells us the most recent action to make it a little bit clearer what's going on, as well as now if we mouse over our guy, we get a little description of the buff we got and how much longer it'll last. The same applies to going into overdrive. You'll see that now we have a description of what that does. Back out of that. Right, so let's just go into the enemy's unique abilities, none of which right now have animations, but that'll be the next step moving forward. So let's just guard a few times to let the enemies show off their stuff. So you saw that the witch has a few different magic spells, if you can read that. The fireball is a fast but weak attack. The Holy Crab just performed a healing spell. You saw it just healed itself and its ally for a quarter of their maximum health. You'll see that enemies now also can put buffs on themselves, like the witch just cast a speed spell. So now they have a speed buff, which means that they move faster on the timeline and have a buffed cast speed ever so slightly. Though they're still very vulnerable to being interrupted. The Frostball is a much slower move that does more damage. And so now you see that this guy's speed spell is run out because he was in the middle of his turn when it was cast. But now he's used a warding spell, so now he and his ally are armored, which means they take half as much damage, and they are immune to being interrupted. So let's see if we can use a slower ability. Oop. We kind of messed that up a little bit. But you'll see that we just used a move to deal damage to both of our opponents here. I'm running out of some health now, so let's go ahead and give ourselves some health back. We now have the Witch's Hat, which was our last item that was not functional from before, which has you casting a random one of the spells normally performed by one of these two. So right now we probably wouldn't make it in time, so let's just guard. You'll see that these two together are pushing me quite a bit, because I'm apparently very bad at my own game. But thank goodness this is a rare encounter, right? Let's just go ahead and start taking these guys down. You'll see that I cannot interrupt him because he is armored. And this Wish just loves piling on the speed spells. Every time it does that, you'll see it refreshes the timer. With that healing spell, it is very hard to get through this, at least at level 1. So what we're going to do instead is see if we can't back out of here. Nope, we got interrupted. Cool. So if we run away from this battle, you'll see that all the enemies are still there. We'll back away a little bit, and let's say we killed some enemies off screen, get some levels, beef up our stats a little bit. And then if we were to run in, you'll see that's a bit of a bug right now. If you take damage outside of a battle, you can end up with a decimal point in your health. So let's go ahead and rectify that. But you'll see now that our character is leveled up a little bit, the enemies have scaled slightly. Of course, your level 2 and their level 2 mean very different things, but we'll work on getting that more uniform in the future. Alright, so if I were to try to show off the Witch's Hat, it picks from one of 6 spells randomly. It just landed on a healing spell, which isn't really a whole lot of use to us at the moment, but there you go. Let's see if we can't try to finish these guys off quickly. Cool. So one more enemy I want to show off. I'm not going to get to all of them, but we'll get to the Crabbit here, who I've currently disabled the movement on for testing purposes. You'll see that if we go ahead and kill one of them, because these guys are intended to be fast and annoying, but not all that dangerous. So if we take out one of them, like say Crabbit B over here, you see that he has a very slow cast time there, which means he is trying to call for reinforcements. So if you aren't careful, then the Crabbits can just keep on multiplying and you'll have a rough time with things. So these were just a couple examples of the new enemy moves that I've been working on. But that's just about all I've got to show you, so thank you for watching.